Welcome to a Jewish mother
and a Latina.
If you notice, I'm in pink because that's my Latina friend's favorite color.
Yes.
So I sacrificed
Thank you.
the green.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That sounds like a good line, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
that
that's
was
exactly
good.
what happened. That's exactly what happened. It had nothing to do with forgetting that we were making something St. Patrick's Day oriented.
Yes.
I totally sacrificed green so I could wear your favorite color.
St. Patrick's a la Latino style.
A la Latino style.
San Patricio. We're celebrating San Patricio. Ooh.
San Patricio.
Wow, you're really getting good. Okay. So, ask me what we're cooking today.
Okay, what are we cooking today?
We are cooking rice,
Yes, that.
beans,
That's the Latino part.
very St. Patrick's Day,
Yes.
and corned beef.
Corned beef.
A la Puerto Rican style.
I don't know what that means exactly, but okay, I'll go with it. Where's the cabbage?
No cabbage.
Oh, I get it. Wait. Rice and beans is the Puerto Rican corned beef and cabbage.
I have no idea.
Well, not the corned beef.
I have no idea.
Okay, I just made that up.
We actually never used to eat corned beef for St. Patrick's Day. I'm just saying that. But I figured since it's sort of like a Hispanic staple in a lot of households.
Is it really? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's a Jewish staple too in the deli.
But it's a little different, and there's a little cheat involved, and maybe you'll appreciate it.
I can't wait.
And I'm just curious to see what you're gonna think of the old. So we have arroz con habichuelas. We have
Wait. Run that one by me again.
Arroz.
Con
habichuelas.
habichuelas.
Which is beans.
Beans.
Starts with an H, but you still say habichuelas.
Habichuelas.
Arroz con habichuelas with corned beef. We also have plátanos.
Love that.
Plátanos. And we have, I'm trying to think what else. Aguacate. Do you know what aguacate is?
It sounds like an avocado.
It is.
Okay.
You got that one.
So if we wanted to pronounce the H, it would have been spelled with a J.
I have no idea what you just said.
Well, for the beans thing, I forgot how to say it already.
Habichuelas.
Yeah, if we wanted to speak habichuela, we would put a J there instead of an H.
See, I guess.
I pulled that out of my derriere.
Okay, so I've already done some of the prep work, which is the rice stuff. Okay. So I first washed the rice, and when we were kids, my mother was big about washing rice before we ate it, and a lot of washing the rice. Nobody else does that.
So you don't use like minute rice in the bag that you put in the
No!
Okay.
Arroz Carolina. Okay, so anyway, what I did was I put it in one of those stainless steel
The Puerto Rican rice thing.
No, not the caldero. The what do you call it, one that you bake with? They're stainless. They come in all different sizes.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. So I put rice in there, then I filled it with water, and you see that the water turns very I don't want to say muddy because muddy sounds dirty.
Yeah, it does.
But it's cloudy. Cloudy is
cloudy.
Okay. So
wait a minute. Oh, we could also make pagao?
no pegao. So I rinsed the rice until the water got clearer.
Okay.
Again, my mom used to do this years ago because years ago when you got rice, sometimes there were like little pebbles or whatever in it, and I remember as a kid picking out little black pieces of something with little rock things. I don't know. I don't know.
Nobody else
rice? No, that's how the rice came. I'm talking 1960 something.
Oh, 1960
yeah,
something.
so we used to pick out I don't know if anyone else used to do that. I don't know if it's the rice we were buying. I have no idea, but that's what we did.
That's how they made rice all the way back in the 1960s, which is way ahead of some of you watching this.
Yeah, so I washed up the rice, and then I boiled some water. So we have 5 cups of rice, because there's going to be a lot of people eating the rice, and you double the amount of water that you use. So 5 cups of rice, 10 cups of water.
Wait, 5 cups of rice, 10 cups. Okay,
yes,
got it.
Right? So you boil the water first, let it come to a rolling boil. I sprinkled some salt in. I took some olive oil, did 1 squirt around with the olive oil, let that continue to bubble. I added the rice and left it on high.
And that's all done right now.
And that's all done already.
She's a time saver.
I really just wanted to save us time because it takes a while. And then once the top layer of the rice, you can see the bubbles are coming through, that it's like drying out. You kind of move everything to the center of the caldero. And then you move it to the back of the stove, set it on low, and leave it
there
40 minutes.
And there's no pagao out of this.
Unless I let it run too long. If I burn it, there'll be pagao. Do you want pagao?
I don't know.
I'll send you home with rice, put it on the stove, set it on fire.
You got that, Ken Soto? I just learned how to make pagao.
Yes, so that's what we're doing today.
Sounds good.
All right?
Let's do it.
Let's go. We're gonna start, I'm gonna just dump stuff in here, and you're gonna start just like mashing it up.
Now?
Now!
Yes. Oh, this is good. You get your
Mash it up good, and while you're doing that, I'm just gonna take a little bit of like a salt, like this. Whoop, that's
She's
too much.
assaulting me.
Throw that out, that was way too much salt. Not
Give me
too
some more
much.
garlic.
Not too much.
You just said smash the heck out of it.
No, I mean not too much salt.
Oh,
me,
okay.
I'm talking
so
to
I
myself.
Stop yelling at me.
Go ahead, I'm not, go ahead. All right, just like press it in there, mash it up.
I'm
All
mashing
right,
the brains
do
out
you
of it.
smell how good that smells? Isn't that delicious? So you could chop it up by knife. I mean, that's it, but this is,
This is more fun.
this is Puerto Rican style.
This is much more fun.
Puerto Rican style. I'm also gonna throw some of these in there. I'm gonna throw onion in there.
Oh, am I smashing that up too?
Yeah, smash them in there good.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna throw some of these peppers in there. All right, so we used a little bit of peppers, some onions, and I'll throw the cilantro in the beans later on.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Are we using green peppers because this is a St. Patrick's Day kind of dish?
No, we're using green peppers because it's the thing to do. And then I'm gonna take the last, whoa, we're out of pepper, Pete.
We're out of pepper.
I'm gonna put maybe, not so much. I'm gonna say a pinch of pepper. Peter style.
Peter Piper picked a pinch of pepper.
Okay? And that's it. Now the rest of the stuff that's on here, I'm going to actually add to the beans while they're cooking, or actually before they're cooking. We're gonna get the pot going with a little bit of olive oil.
Okay.
We're gonna start these cooking. We're gonna add that to it, and it's going to smell delicious.
Now,
And then we're going to add the beans.
I do have another question.
Yes, ma'am.
I noticed, maybe I'm jumping the gun here,
Yes.
when you were talking about the beans.
Yes.
That you have beans
Beans.
and you have canned beans.
Ah, yes. We have a bag of beans. Habichuelas. That's a habichuelas word.
Habichuelas, there it is.
We have habichuelas, dried beans,
Right.
and then we have the canned beans. And in honor of Tracy Rosenberg, we're jumping right to the canned beans, and not only because it's in honor of Tracy Rosenberg, but because Vivian has not yet mastered. Can you believe this? We're married, we're gonna be married 34 years. I am making beans all of this time, and I have not yet mastered these damned dried beans.
Vivian.
I'm telling you, no, my mom, she never, you kidding me? Never.
I'm so proud right now.
Listen, every night she would put a pot of water on the stove and let these sit overnight. And then before she started cooking everything else, she would start boiling the bean. Like she'd drain the water, put new water, start boiling, blah, 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 whatever. Ooh,
That's a lot
the
of
rice.
work.
Hold on.
Hold that thought, please.
That's the rice. Excellent. Yeah, but to her, I mean, and she would do stuff like this, right? So, and they were delicious. Her beans were delicious. I have not been, my beans come out too hard. I don't know what it is. I've tried everything out there, guys.
So you make beans al dente.
They're horrible. In fact, the one time I did make them for my mom when she was living here.
No.
She did the old fork test on the beans.
Uh-oh.
So this is how she ate her beans. She would always separate one of the beans from her plate, from the rice and everything else, take her fork and mash it.
All right.
And if it mashed, if it was soft, and then she would look at me and go, "Oh, these beans are good." And if they didn't, she'd go, So she did to me once, and I was like, no more beans from the bag for Mama Lopez. She's gonna have to get the can.
While Mama Lopez was living here, why didn't Mama Lopez teach you how to do it?
She couldn't. She couldn't remember.
Oh, by then, yeah.
Yeah, dementia.
Never mind.
Dementia. So we're gonna take this to the stove now.
Oh,
So we can start cooking the beans up.
Let's cook some beans.
Let's cook some beans.
Actually, let's heat up some beans because they're already cooked.
Hey! Okay, so I'm gonna add olive oil to the bottom of this pan. I'm just gonna coat the bottom. Okay?
Okay.
And that's going to start heating up nicely. And then I'm going to add our onion, peppers, cilantro. Although some people don't add the cilantro till the end. All right, and then here's Tracy's lovely little mixture.
I think I did a really good job.
It's actually the same stuff that I just put in, but it's mashed up a little. Okay, that's on a little too high.
I did a really good job.
Making a little too much noise, so I'm gonna lower that a little bit and let that cook for about 5 minutes. 5 minutos. All right.
I'm telling you right now, when
Yes.
we cook in my kitchen again, I am not speaking Hebrew or Yiddish
Why not?
because I don't know how to speak
Okay.
it.
Put that in here. Okay, they're all out. All right, good.
Good. Okay.
All right, just a quick rinse of all the beans.
You dropped some.
Don't worry about those.
Okay.
I ain't picking them up. All right. All right. I just wanted to show you that they do have a low sodium option and a regular, but there is really quite a difference in the amount of salt in these beans.
So how much is in the low sodium?
The low sodium has 135.
So the full sodium has 136.
No, it does not. It has 330.
Whoa!
Yeah. So
That's not good for the blood pressure.
I would always go for the low sodium, especially considering we did add salt to our little mixture there. So this is, as you can see,
That smells so good.
smells so. Okay, so that's cooking. It's on low.
Okay.
We're going to add 2 cans of sauce.
I thought I was dumping.
Oh yeah, hold on, you can dump. That's so gross. Here,
I'm gonna dump.
I'll dump the sauce into the pan. Listen, good?
Good.
Good.
I can't even dump right.
Okay. So that's the sauce. We're gonna move that around in there with this.
With all the goodies.
We're using 2 small cans of sauce because we washed up those 2 cans of beans. So
it's
it's
a
1
can for
can.
each can.
Right.
A can
So I'm
for a
just gonna-
can.
A can for a can. Dump those in there, nice.
And then we mix it all up again.
Yes, we're gonna mix it all up again. Okay, now it's kind of thick. You see how thick that is? Like,
Yeah.
blah. Okay, so
Is that bad?
for every can of beans, you have to add a can of water. And usually you use the same can that the beans came in.
That way you know it's the right amount.
Right, so there's 1. And we're gonna add 1 more. Okay,
Those beans that we worked so hard to clean are now dirty again.
they're not dirty, this is clean water.
No, but I'm talking about with the sauce and
All
everything
right.
else.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna move this actually away from the really powerful burner and just set it in the back, and let's start working on the corned beef.
What you got there, Viv?
Olives. We need to put some olives in the beans. Beans are not beans unless they have olives, but you know there's a lot of people that don't like olives. So I'm just gonna take like 2 giant tablespoons.
Okay.
All right. That's it.
Cool.
Add them in there. Oh, and one more thing. I always put a little bit of vinegar. I
Really?
believe this is like a tablespoon. No, a teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of vinegar. Yeah.
All right. So this is the canned corned beef.
This is the canned corned beef.
As my mother would have said, I'm failing right now.
What
that
does
my
that mean?
friend,
What does that
it's
mean?
like brimming over with pride.
Oh, orgullosa.
That, yeah.
Yes, this is a canned corned beef, and this is sort of like a staple in Hispanic homes. And
Really?
wherever you find the Goya sauce or any of these other Spanish products, you find the canned corned beef.
Now-
I didn't know there was real corned beef because I had never had it. Like I thought corned beef came in a can. What do I know?
You've eaten at Harold's, you know that they have corned beef there.
As an adult, but not as
Oh, that's right.
a little Latina chick. You know what I mean? I didn't. What do I know?
Now, why is there a key?
This is the key
To the corned beef?
to the corned beef.
The key
Okay,
to the
now,
corned beef.
If you don't remove the key properly, or if you snap the key, you are screwed.
Oh, you'll never get into the can.
Yeah, so there's a little, let me just show you. And I'll give you your own can to do. So
I'm
here,
afraid.
here. You're just gonna pull that key out. Now, that's your can, this is my
What
can.
if I mess it up?
You won't.
Okay.
You gotta which direction is it? Okay. Lift it up. Good. There you go. Okay. So now, hold it in your hand.
I'm holding it
Put the key back in upside down, this way, down like this.
this way.
Okay?
Back on this thing?
Back on the thing.
Okay.
Now, you're gonna turn toward the right.
Wait.
Toward me.
Toward you.
Yeah. Yes. So look. Just start twisting it, and it's gonna go all the way around the can. Look at that.
Cool.
Look at that. Except you're lefty.
I'm a lefty. This is difficult.
And
Oh, there it goes.
There
Look.
you go. All right. And it unveils this delicious.
Is this like spam?
This delicious can of spam that they're calling corned beef. No, it is actually corned beef.
Spam is corned beef?
No, I don't know what spam is.
Spam is.
This is corned beef. And Peter actually did a little research for us, right, Pete?
Yep.
Yeah, Pete's
What'd you
gonna.
do, Pete?
Yeah, tell us what corned beef is again.
It's beef with corn in it? No, I'm kidding.
So there's no
That's
corn in the beef.
Of course not.
Okay, so
Even I knew that.
what happened was they used to put these rocks of rock salt in there, right?
You mean
And-
like what we melt the ice with?
Right, rock salt in what?
well, to cure the beef,
Beef,
so to make
okay.
the actual corned beef itself, like
Yeah.
the slab, and we cure it, make it nice and soft, and they call them corns of salt.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And it's
so-
didn't you tell me it's brisket or something?
Yeah, it
Corned
is,
beef
yeah.
is brisket?
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, so we're gonna just open all these cans and then we're gonna get them in the pan. Now,
Ah, look what I did.
for every can of corned beef,
There's a can of sauce.
there is a can of sauce. So
Got
3
it.
corned beef, 3 sauce, and then we'll show you what that
knock
looks
those out.
like when we get all that together.
Okay.
So we just gotta scoop it out of the can.
That looks nasty. That looks like
But-
dog food.
Hey, that tastes delicious. And you're gonna eat it.
I am? I mean, I am.
I'm gonna send some home with you.
Well, I'm going to make them taste it before they
Listen,
see what it looked like.
It tastes a lot.
I'm sure it does.
tastes a lot better than it looks.
A lot of things
But
do.
one of the things that you have to watch out for, and this is, our Latino friends out there, because I'm sure people have not looked at the back of this can in a long time. There are 880.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Is it milligrams or grams?
I think it's milligrams. It can't be grams.
880, I can't see, of salt
That's ridiculous.
in a can. Pete, check that out for me, please. Okay, so we're just gonna put it in here. I'm gonna break it up with this little spoon.
Yep, 830 milligrams.
800 per serving, right?
Per serving.
Per serving. And how many? What?
Serving size is 3 ounces,
3 ounces.
and there's 4 servings per
4
container.
servings.
What's 830 times 4?
Could you imagine?
A lot.
I don't think people are gonna be making this at home, but I mean.
They'll make the rice and beans, and then
Yeah.
you can make a real, like a regular corned beef, as opposed to buying the Goya can that has 830 milligrams of salt.
And maybe this is why there's a lot of sick people out there. There's a lot of salt in our food, and it's not just the Spanish food. There's a lot of salt in. People need to read labels.
So I would like to say that I did this math in my head.
Yes.
And there's 3,320 milligrams of salt in a can, but I can't take credit for the math because Peter did it on the calculator part of his phone and showed it to me.
What? 3,000?
3,320.
Okay.
That's a lot of friggin' salt.
Okay, so we're gonna let this cook a little while. I'm gonna put it on maybe medium heat. Let it warm up. As it warms up, it gets softer because the fat that's in it
Right.
starts softening up, and then we will add the sauce.
Okay, so
Yes.
what have we here?
These are plátanos.
Love them.
Plátanos, yes. So we're going to cook some up because they really go well with the saltiness of the,
Got it.
So,
Sweet and salty.
have you ever made these before?
I've never made them. I never knew that they came looking like that green.
This is what they look like.
They don't turn yellow?
They're actually, they do.
Oh.
So when they turn yellow, they get really sweet. But we like them. This is the one that you fry up, smash, put back in the fryer, and then add salt or garlic powder or whatever. Once they turn yellow, they are super sweet. So you just cut them at the diagonal, fry them up, and they're like really like floppy and yummy and delicious.
Okay.
But we're gonna use these. So we cut the ends off.
Okay.
Okay, of each one. I'll slice my wrist there on that one.
Please don't. I thought we talked
Okay.
about not putting your blood in this.
Yeah. There's none of that.
Watch
The
out,
ends
you don't
off.
want to cut your
Yes,
nose off.
we don't cut your nose off, okay? And then what you do is that you take the knife and you slice straight down the banana like that. And then you take the edge of the knife and you start pulling the skin away from the banana like this. And usually they cooperate. And if not, and if you're working with a little kid, you want to give them like a spoon.
Yeah, you don't want to give them a
Because you
knife.
want to obviously give them a knife. That's why I took the spoon out. You're hired.
Thank you.
In case you need
You
it.
know, the way you cut that, you would be a really good moil.
What's a moil?
You don't want to know.
Okay. Is that the people who do the brisk?
Yes! He's the guy that does the cutting.
I knew it. All right, so you just get all the skin off.
Okay.
And then we'll show you what to do with it once all the skin is off. Okay, so now that we have, and you did a great job, by the way.
Thank you, I
Look how clean that
tried.
came off. Okay, so what I do normally is cut it in half again,
Roll it away.
roll it away, and then cut it in half one last time. So you end up with how many pieces, Randy? I said her name.
Randy! The secret word has been said today.
Okay, so I'm just going to add the plátanos to some super hot oil, very carefully.
With your fingers?
With my fingers.
Are you crazy?
What am I supposed to do it with?
Don't you have a clampy thing?
No. I know what you mean. Yes,
Yeah.
I do. You want me to pull another gadget out?
Yeah. You're just determined to hurt yourself today.
No, I'm not. Listen. I'm a professional, all right?
Yeah.
You know, I stuck my finger in the oil once by mistake.
There you go, professional.
So we're gonna let these swim around here for a little bit. Actually, they're not swimming; they're just sitting still. And then move them, like flip them upside down when they start getting like changing color.
Okay.
Cook them on both sides. Okay. Okay. So these are ready to take out.
How can you tell?
They're not done. Well, they're browning enough.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
actually gonna use this little spider thing to get them out.
Oh, that's what the spider
The
thing
spider
is for.
things. I think this is actually an ancient Asian
This is a very multicultural
tool.
dish.
Yes. I know that it came with an old wok that we got. Well, the wok wasn't old when we got it. I mean,
You bought an old wok?
yeah. I think I actually kind of maybe overcooked these a little, but that's okay.
Don't they have to be soft?
You'll see what we're gonna do. with
Oh
this.
boy.
Okay.
Okay. What are you doing?
Okay, so we've taken them out of the hot oil, and now
Right.
I took a piece of parchment paper. I'm going to take this little mug and smash them down.
Oh.
And that is what makes them plátanos. Plátano shape.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is
And
that
then-
the technical way to do it with a mug?
They actually have these little, what do you call it now? These wooden, little block things with a little hinge where you put it in, you close it.
What are they
Do it that
called?
way.
Are they called Plantains
I have
squishers?
no idea. I had one at one point, but the little hinges came off, and I was like, you know what? Let's just do it old school, the way my mommy used to do it. Stop buying all
It's
these
probably better.
silly little gadgets for every single little thing you need in the kitchen, right? Okay, so we're gonna just throw these in the oil.
Please don't burn
Okay?
yourself.
I'm not gonna burn myself. I'm an exploit.
Okay, you exploit.
Okay. Throw them back in there. They're just gonna continue to cook very quickly.
Do you have to flip these over too? Or they just...
No, you really should. You gotta keep an eye on them. And then start, yeah, see how they're turning yellow now?
Oh.
Hold it.
This looks amazing. But wait a minute.
Yeah.
I thought rice and beans meant like the rice and the beans were mixed up.
No, it's rice and beans.
I thought it was rice and beans.
I will make it that way.
Okay. I'm a bad Latina.
Okay, so
Looks delicious.
let's dig in, and I hope you like it. We'll cut up some
So wait,
avocado.
is there an order?
No, we just pass the plates around and eat. And I have my hot sauce, so I'm happy. We're gonna cut the avocados up. Peter's gonna join us. Come on over, Pete.
Come on over, Pete. Well, we hope you enjoyed this edition of A Jewish Mother.
And the Latina.
And you really need to try this dish. It is really, really something. It's good.
I hope you like it.
Me too. Me too.
After all this work, I'm
Oh,
sweating.
it smells great.
Gibby's getting ready.
Gibbs is ready. Gibbs is washing down the hot
He's
sauce.